Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 27th to May 3rd, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So if you're sound sensitive, mute the reading, let the healing energy wash over you, and unmute it when you see me pick up the singing bowl. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. Oh, goodness. You just popped right out. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, and a bonus card. Fantastic, Capricorn. All right, so at the heart of this week is the Page of Pentacles. That's you. You're coming through as a fantastic learner. Like this is your week to learn new things, look at things differently, ask the whys, the how comes, like really kind of push your comfort zone, because kids are always pushed out of their comfort zone, right? Learning new things, going to school, looking at things differently. And so here you're going to be really quite clever at that. You're going to be really great at taking in new information, looking at things differently, asking why, kind of also pushing boundaries. It's like, well, why do it like that? That's like boring or silly, The challenge here is the Tower. Now, this can be a current Tower time that you are in, but this is also past Tower times that you have been through. And the challenge is, how do I move past when things have fallen apart? And that is a really good question. That is a really good question. With the Tower, we see things fall apart. We have our nice little worlds just shaken up. And so here with the Tower time, it is stepping outside of our comfort zones. It is also rebuilding, seeing ourselves in a different way. And the challenge here is to know that you're still safe, right? Even though things have changed so much. And it brings us then to our focus. And this is the Four of Pentacles, okay? This is vampiric energy. This can also be, a little bit of bad energy around money, meaning that either you had somebody in your life who was financially not the best for you, right? Or you had somebody who, it's bad energy around money, a doubt, a fear, a chaos around money, prosperity, success. This is also energy that just drains you, right? This is a person who keeps on taking and keeps on taking and keeps on taking, or a job or a place or a situation, and it's just draining. And now, especially if you are a healer, especially if you are a person who is giving and compassionate, okay, you have to make sure that you're guarding your solar plexus. You are your chakra energy. You're guarding your chakra energy, especially your solar plexus, that you're not being drained all the time. And that's going to be really important for this week, because you're going to see, like, when you're drained, you're going to find that you're more inclined to doom scroll. You're more inclined to just keep depleting the battery, because it already feels like, oh, everything is just like, I want some joy, right? I want some novelty. I want some joy in my life. And we can search for it, online, or, by going out, but not taking care of ourselves is the way that we're going to search for it. So just be mindful about that. When you're doing something, you're like, oh, I know I shouldn't be doing this. Like, I know I shouldn't be, eating this or drinking this or doing X, Y, Z. And yet you're doing it anyway. And you're like, why? Because you're drained, and your body is like, our mind is looking for a dopamine hit any way it can get it. It moves us then to the energy that is moving away. And this is the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a spicy person. This is a feisty person. This is a determined person. I see this as this is a person who challenged you. Like, you kind of went nose to nose, tate to tate with them. And that's very interesting. And it's like, okay, well, that challenge is done. But it's like lesson learned. Like, lesson learned. I see it now. And it's about embracing your fire, embracing your passion. This person was sent to be, they're like an annoyance. They were an annoyance to you, that they were sent to kind of like light a fire around you. It brings us then to your strength. And this is the 5 of Cups. Your strength during this week is to see things differently. We can have a tendency to get stuck in a bit of a rut, seeing especially the things that go wrong, the things that we hadn't anticipated, and we look at them like we get stuck right in this tower time that we've been through, in this time that really changed things for us. And Spirit's like, okay, but we can't live there. So it's turning and it's seeing the 2 of Cups that stand, and the 2 of Cups is healing beautiful love. The 3 of Cups, when it's fallen, when it's reversed, right, are the people who have betrayed us, who are the people who could have and should have celebrated us, but they couldn't, okay? It moves us then to our near future, and it's the world opening up. It is the world opening up, and it is stepping into the world. And it doesn't mean that you have to go out and jet set and do all this stuff, but it's stepping into the world. It's claiming your space, it's taking up space, and it's letting yourself really embrace what it is that you love, the joy that it brings, and the journeys that you're on. And it is pushing the envelope. It is opening up the doors, and it's really, really beautiful. It moves us then to the advice for this week. And Capricorn, it's hard work, it's dedication. The 8 of Pentacles is that hard work, dedication, leading us forward, going after what we desire. We're going to be very detail-oriented, and we have to be mindful about this, because we are ruled by Saturn. There we go. Got it, right? We're ruled by Saturn, Capricorn, and Saturn is very detail-oriented, very rule-oriented. So once we get into the details of things, my gosh, can we get lost there? So just be mindful about that we can absolutely get lost in the details of things. So being aware of that is going to be super, super important. It moves us then, but we also have a really good work ethic. We are determined, we are focused, and we are building something that will last. It will last, as Spirit just said, for generations. So that's really cool. Now, the energy around this week, we can feel like we have to fight. Why? We're also fighting off, a bit of monsters from the past, type of deal. And it just feels like if I let my guard down, I will not be able to move forward the way that I want to, or the way I thought I should, or the way that I expected to. So here, with the 7 of Wands, be mindful of what you're fighting, because we can be very quick to fight, to defend, to take offense. So just be mindful about that, Capricorn, because that's not going to serve us well at all. And the advice here is like, what is going to serve us well is the energy of like, I stand up for what I believe in, right? I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to like be like, oh, okay, I acquiesce to whomever's ideas feel like the personality is stronger than mine. No, I stand up for what I believe in and I move forward. But it also means that my soul isn't being swayed. Like, I'm kind of calling things out internally instead of being swayed externally. So it doesn't mean that you have to get into an argument with a person. Actually, it would be really advised not to this week. Kind of keep things very, very calm, very beautiful for you. It's going to be very important. We then have our hopes and our fears. Excuse me. Okay. And this is the 8 of Swords. And I laugh because the 8 of Swords is definitely a fear of overthinking, getting trapped in our own mind. This is very much a Miss Hamilton, energy from, what is it? great expectations, right? And she was the person who was jilted at the altar, and she lived in her tower time forever and ever, right? She was jilted at the altar. And instead of being like, well, that schmuck, I'm moving on type of thing, she lived in her wedding dress for like decades. Gross. It was gross. And here she made a cage for herself in her own mind, and she owned it completely. She absolutely stepped into it. We don't want to do that. That can be our fear. Most definitely. Is this a cage of my own mind? Can be our fear. Now, our strength, if you look at the 8 of Swords, is that like 8 is a number of detail. It's a hardworking number. And it's really being able to look at things, to see things, to think things out. You're quite clever. Use that. Use that. You can make the 8 of Swords is that your mental world is so real. Okay. And that could be great for creating stories, for, kind of imagination, insight, connection with spirit type of thing. That's where it can really excel you and move you forward, but it can also trap you. So do be mindful about this. It moves us then to the outcome for this week. And this is the 7 of Cups. And this is a sense of dreams coming back in, right? The 7 of Cups is dreams, it's options, it's choices. It can be too many choices. Like, I don't know what to choose next. But isn't that a blessing to be like overrun for choice, The repeat of number 7, this is also going to be a very honest week. Like, say the truth, because you're going to find that propels you forward. Also, you're going to find that people can lie, like right out lie, big whopper of a lie as well. And people won't really call them out, or they won't get mad at it. You'll say something small that isn't true and you'll get called out, and it'll be aggravating. But that's because this is a week to be like, this is true for me. This is how I need to move forward. Dreams come forward, and you're starting to not be afraid of your dreams. You're starting to not be afraid of what you want and what you love, or what you want to love. It moves us then to the bonus card. And this is transformation. And this is the death card. This is Scorpio energy. Time frame October 23rd to November 21st. And I know people find the death card to be super spooky, but it's one of the best cards in the whole entire tarot. And what we're going to see here is transformation, right? It isn't, the crypt and scary and spooky and, ghost and goblin type of energy, but it is that transformative energy when you step out of your own shadow and you step into a potential that has been waiting for you for a really long time. And it almost feels like I've come home, because the energy around you, spirit, your Akashic records, everything around you knew you could achieve it. And now you're knowing it as well. And that is really cool. You can also have a really great relationship with the Scorpio energy, but the person always has a bit of secrets to them, right? You don't ever fully know a Scorpio unless they truly trust you and truly want you to. But they'll always have a little bit of secrets to them. All right. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the flicker, and it says new rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Yeah, new energy is coming in. There's a new rhythm. There's a new dance that you will be dancing to. There's a new symphony that you will be dancing to. Like a new song is coming in. Embrace it. Don't sit there and be like, oh, the old one was better. It might have been. It might have been better. You might have liked that dance better because you knew the steps of it all. But here, it's like there's a challenge coming in. Do not let it defeat you before you've even stood before it. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is our dreams. This is the third eye chakra. And note that you are going to be guided by your dreams and that a lot of messages are coming to you through your dreams. Your energy to be mindful of for this week, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Oh, goodness. Everything falls. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And that is the 8 of Swords. It's funny because that was the top card that when everything fell out, I was like, oh, pick the 8 of Swords. And I was like, but everything fell out. And so I just put it back in, and then it came out anyway because Spirit was like, pick the 8 of Swords. Be mindful of being too much in your own head. She's free. She is. She doesn't look free, right? She's bound. She's blindfolded. There are swords all around her. And she was told, you're not free, right? Anywhere you walk, there are swords around you. You will be cut, but there's a path. and there are other paths. The bonds are not tight around her arms. She can slip her hands out, she can undo her blindfold, and she can free herself. Do not be caught in the cage of our own minds, because it happens so easily. And it happens to each and every one of us. It happens along our journey all the time. But don't stay there. Because if it didn't happen, we'd never be aware of it happening, right? Don't stay there. And once you get out, you'll be like, oh, now I see it. Now I see how this can capture you. Our subconscious spirit message is the crane. And it says, you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity blesses the union. Yeah, it does. There's room for love here, most definitely, if you are looking to fall in love. There is also room, like a partnership does not mean that it has to be a romantic partnership. It can be a work partnership or a friendship or, whatever brings companionship and community into your existence. So just know that however you want that to manifest into your world, it's coming forward. It brings us then to our energy, our chakra energy. And that's grounding. That's the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. It's rooting ourselves, it's grounding ourselves, and it's taking care of ourselves. It's knowing that we have these strong roots to move forward with and to kind of like branch out from. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of, and that's the Prince of Cups. And this is being mindful of other people's emotional energy, like just kind of like taking over and their emotions running amok and wanting to pull you along. This is also saying here, don't be reactionary to things. Like a lot of times we can get ruled by our emotions and be very reactionary. And this is saying here, let what you love guide you. Don't let emotions take over, because then like not emotions, how to word it. But when people are emotional cyclones and you're like, oh my gosh, like calm it down. That's this energy here. It's like, calm it down. We have somebody come into our lives like that, and then we can feed off that energy and just feel like absolutely like, oh my gosh. But like here, it's like slowly and steadily moving forward towards what we need, towards what we want, and letting our hearts guide us. But this is like emotional, like running amok. Emotions running amok. Yeah. And also somebody weaponizing emotions. Our subconscious tarot message is the 5 of Pentacles. This is a poverty mentality, and you've gone through that time, already. And subconsciously, it can be a fear that you have. It's like, oh my gosh, what if I lose everything, right? And the everything could be money, it could be friends, it could be, whatever. It's like a fear of loss, and subconsciously, it's in the back of your head, and that's what we can be focusing on, and that becomes the cage for us. Instead of looking at our dreams and looking at what we love and transforming and letting our passion guide us. And so we're having a bit of a battle this week where it's like, I will not let the fear take over, because you're stepping into a whole new world. You're stepping into a tremendous amount of change and prosperity. And it's like, now it's time that I believe that for myself, instead of believing that it's always going to be hard and it's always going to be one thing after another after another. It's like, no, I'm done with that. I walk away from that tower time, and I walk away from the hold it has over me, the fear it has over me. I'm done with it. I set myself free from my cage. Yeah. And that is so important, because you have every right to be at the party. You have every right to be prosperous. People spend $40,000, $30,000 on handbags, on like vintage Carhartt stuff, which is all cool. And if that's your thing, go for it. But like, seriously, if that can be spent on things that are people's salaries for a year, you can believe that you're absolutely worth it. Okay? All right. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of your positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this week and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Capricorn, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed week. Bye.